Hey, how's it going, everybody? Again, this is Reign of Tears, and I have another presentation in regards to uh, Brazilian men and women and the discussion on perceptions of Brazilian women. And this time I'm coming from a totally different angle, if you can bear with me. But before I get into it, I'm just going to give a scenario, and I want my black American brothers and sisters, black American brothers in particular, or even if you're not American, just black people of black African descent of the male persuasion to bear with me for a moment. Now, say if there was a phenomenon of Brazilian men, black Brazilian men in particular, but let's just say Brazilian men from all ethnicities, white, black, or Preto, Pardo, or Branco, that were immigrating to the United States, or just say even coming to vacation with a major purpose of trying to find beautiful black American women to meet, hook up with, form relationships of all types. And if we're going to keep it real, let's just say, many of them would be wanting to find some of a sexual nature. Some might be wanting to get some in terms of more of a long-term scenario like marriage. But basically, the major focus being coming in to, get with some American sisters because, they might have heard a reputation that they're really great, very beautiful, have a lot of positive attributes that, and they think, or they get the impression that all they have to do is just show up here in the United States and most American sisters would go for them, because they're Brazilian men, as again I've said, of all ethnicities and races. So just ponder that for a moment. I know that seems far-fetched. I mean, there are some scenarios that might cause problems in terms of the getting passports, but really not, because I mean, people from different countries, in particular in Brazil in particular, come here, get their visas and come here on vacation all the time. So anyway, after thinking about this for a second, now think about this. How would you, as a black man, feel about that or think about that? Now, let's just be real, because if we're really honest with each other, most of us, like whether we're non-prejudiced or you don't have anything, and like say for myself, I think of myself as a pretty easygoing person. I take a person for a person, etc., the whole nine or whatever. I mean, I'm definitely centered toward my own race, which is black, as anybody would for any other race or ethnicity. But I let people, as long as somebody doesn't mess with me and treats me right, the whole spectrum, reciprocation factors, etc., whatever. But anyway, I mean, I wouldn't like it, just on a visceral level, I wouldn't like it, some cats coming into the country, thinking that they're going to get with all the prime sisters. I mean, that would be something that I wouldn't like. And I would venture to say that probably most black men would not like that. Okay, so now switching gears, which is the whole premise of why I brought up this scenario, is that, no one really talks about that or has really thought about that, I guess, that, okay, a lot of American brothers, or like say many American brothers, I won't say most or whatever, because I really don't know how many are actually going for the reasons of just thinking that they're just going to go down to Brazil. And I've touched upon that already. I'm not going to go into depth in terms of, but just the whole aspect of that, men of that country, Brazilian men, do you think that they like that with open arms or whatever? They say, oh, it's okay. Let the American brothers, soul brothers come down here and take our prime time women. And it's fine and dandy with me or whatever. I mean, of course not. Of course not. I mean, it's ridiculous to even think that that's the case. Now, the second scenario, I don't know if anybody's really thought about it, but I try to think of things from all different angles. And like I said, I've been to Brazil many times, and, some periods for relatively extended periods of time to observe, different types of people or whatever. is that, there's some strong competitions down there. I mean, I don't hate on people, and I'm not ashamed or I don't have any problems with saying if I think someone's got a brother, has got some stuff going on, or they buff, they in good shape or whatever, ain't nothing gay or nothing like that. You just got to be realistic. So I'm saying all that to say is that, from my times and things are going down there to Brazil, they got some cats, some Brazilian brothers, man, that, from a physical standpoint, got it going on. They got the types of attributes that women would like, and, I don't know. I mean, probably, and this is just my speculation, part of it is, and I've discussed this already at length, in terms of the admixture factors there, which was different from the admixture aspects here or whatever. It's made it such that just like how, many of us as men, like the look that many of the Brazilian women have. I mean, the men have that look from a woman's standpoint too. So, and you can ask sisters that have gone to Brazil, for whatever reasons that they've gone down there, in terms of like the Brazilian men that they might see or whatever, they're physically appealing to them or whatever. So, I guess some brothers might say well, I don't care, they can do their thing or whatever. But my point, that's not my whole point. My whole point of the thing is that, in terms of ethnocentric thinking, I think that in some cases, we're just, we're no better, or some of us are no better than Europeans and whites, and think that they can just go there and just take over and not think about the other social aspects and family and other relationship dynamics there, be culturally attuned. That basically, in a long-winded way of what I'm saying, is just, I don't think when I go to Brazil or whatever the times that I've gone there, I go there as me, and I think if anyone has looked at my videos, I told you that I had a relationship, brief relationship with a Brazilian woman there. But, as I indicated on another video presentation, I met along the same types of ways and manners that you'd meet anybody else. I didn't just go down there thinking that, I'm Mr. Black Man and, I got it going on and I'm just going to just sweep up all the Brazilian women. You can't come with an attitude like that. You got to come as yourself, be a proud Black man, proud Black person or proud person, but still be respectful of the culture that you're going to, if that in this particular case in Brazil, and also be respectful of the masculine culture there too. Just don't go be arrogant or whatever. So it's just something to ponder, something to think about. I just thought about that, and I'm sure that people may agree with me and some may not, but that's what discourse is all about. So as always, I appreciate you looking at this video presentation. Again, this is Reign of Tears. And as always, as I end, I always stay by hoping that everyone has a good time of day, whatever time of day that you're watching this video presentation. Take care and peace to all.